Let's get into the details on those thermal printers, also called inkless printers. Let's review them, let's get into the nitty-gritty and see which ones perform the best. Let's get into it. Right off the bat, you can see the following. These two packaging are almost identical, except that there's a logo here and there's none here. These two packaging are almost identical for the same thing. Logo here, some nameless branding here. So out of the bat, we can already have three groups. Group number 1, group number 2, 3, and 4. Here we go, even from the top. Identical, identical, next, next. So let's unpack. These first two printers look also technically, mechanically identical, as well as the manual guides are literally exactly the same model. Except that this one is for memo and this one is not. Nonetheless, they both are using the same app to print. Let's get to those. Now these two is how these two look like, and there are totally different. Of course, the packaging was already different, so they are standalone. This one here from Manbin is not even using the Formemo app like anticipated. It uses an app that is called Sharp Fox. I assume it's going to be working more or less the same as Formemo. And then this printer here is not even a regular inkless printer. It is a tattoo printer. So it prints the on special paper that you can then apply to your skin to transfer the template of your tattoo to then be able to tattoo your skin. But as well as with this one is using the Formemo app. It is just a different model and a different paper. Wait. Before we get to printing, let's actually look inside and see what kind of paper they're using. So if we go to the first one, these two models, they're technically the same, just different branding. You have to press on these two simultaneously to open the printer and see that it does not have a roll inside, so it will pull the paper from this side. Great. Just to make sure it is really the same. Yes, it is just indicating where the paper belongs. This one here as well, two buttons that needs to be pressed simultaneously. Look, this one does have a paper roll inside, so that is good. Then again, two buttons. And again, it does have a paper roll inside. That is good. Next one does not have buttons. But it has this ones here on the side. You need to pull it one direction towards you. And it does have a paper roll inside. And then the last one, the tattoo printer. Again, it does have the two buttons. like all the Fumimo printers. It has an indicator where the paper goes, but it does not have a roll, so you have to use the paper sheets provided. And just to mention, this printer here does not have the teeth to tear off paper, while literally all the other ones have these metal teeth here to tear off paper in case you have an endless paper like a paper roll. These ones also don't have the teeth, so you can only use pre-cut paper on these two. These two you can have pre-cut paper as well as the paper roll, and then both pre-cut and paper roll, and only pre-cut. Please hold for 3 seconds to turn on. There we go. The simplest way to get something printed on the Fumimo app is to have a document in PDF format. Now, once you have it open on your iPhone, you go on the sharing button, you scroll on the apps to the very right and click on the dots, then you scroll all the way down and go to the Fumimo app, which you already downloaded ahead of time. Then it will ask you for the size of paper and give you some advertisement. Let's see if it's gonna pull in the paper. So supposedly you put it in from this side, so yes. All right, then let's go back to the app. As soon as you start it, it connects automatically. Content you are editing will be lost if you switch the devices. Confirm. Tattoo paper, single sheet paper, folded, large roll paper. Okay, I need to open the app again. Share. Fumimo. Print. Print. I think I put it in the wrong side. So we just print it a second time. Okay, let's turn it around. And let's print it again. It's a little bit crooked. And it is printing on the lower side. This is new for me. I have a different Fumimo printer, and it's working exactly the opposite. some pixelated, especially here. The text turned out pretty good. So let's go to the next printer. All right, I started it directly connected, and we're printing the same document with this side facing up. Now gonna be facing up. Print. Printer out of paper. Let's see. Again, pixelated. What I don't like is these strokes here, which are just slightly better here. But you do see where it shouldn't be. And if we compare those two pictures, left to right, you see here it has a little bit more contrast. The black is blacker, so to say. Same here, the feathers, you have more contrast, so the pink one is better than the black one, even though they technically should be identical. Okay, let's see the next two. In order to not start the roll in every device differently, individually, I will remove the roll and I will feed the printer a 4 piece of paper from the behind. This is the app that you need for the pre-last printer. Let's turn it on. No sound. Allow Bluetooth. Document. Guest mode. Okay. Again, share. And then find Sharp Fox. Okay, it works just the same as for Memo. Template document. Skip. Connect. Okay. ITP 04 and so on and so on. Connected device. There's only one available. Print. Print. Let me get paper. Well, I will not exchange the paper. We're gonna print from the roll. Yes, I know. Print now, page 1 out of 1. I must say, this is the quietest printer so far. By far the quietest. And you need both hands to actually tear it off. So I will tear it off in just 1 second. All right, here it is. Since it's a roll, the paper is rolling itself up. But let's see. This is very impressive here. The shadows are fine, but very pixelated. Here is pixelated. This actually looks relatively fine compared to the winner of the last. I would say here the shadows are great, but here it's too pixelated, it's too dark, while here the shadows on the feathers look like feathers. And these two pictures are virtually identical in my eyes. Now the last piece, the tattoo printer. Well, the tattoo printer has its tracing paper. It's also saying tracing paper face up, but we're gonna use just normal thermal paper to see if it works nonetheless. So let's see. Back to my phone, again to my document, share, more, for memo, single sheet paper, print, TP81, content will be lost. So let's select that again. The face of the app changes. Free editing, cutting image, tattoo preview. I want to print this. So let's go again. Your printer does not support this feature. So my printer does not support PDF. Okay. I need to get an image. Free editing. Well, let's do this. Let's go print. The surprise is up. You can print on normal thermal paper with the tattoo printer. However, you're gonna get the checkbox, the control marks here on the end. You are not capable of printing PDFs. It's gonna print only pictures. But in order of the picture, it is actually pretty realistic. Far more realistic than many of these here. So, but this printer is also the loudest. Great. Final words. What you will learn. Literally All those printers except this one are working with the Fomemo app. The manufacturers are the same, even though it's maybe branded Fomemo or it isn't. Same here, Fomemo, it isn't. This one is using the app SharpFox, and the tattoo printer is using as well the app Fomemo. However, the face of the app changes and there are certain features available and not available for you to print, like you cannot print PDFs with the tattoo printer. But you can print on thermal paper first if you want to see and not waste any tracing paper. So that's that. Also, what I haven't told is virtually all of them have carrying bags. These two, like I said earlier, are working with only external paper. These two have a roll internally but also work with A4 paper. This one has a roll but also works with external paper, and this one only works with external paper. If you're asking if you can feed them smaller papers, not A4, maybe A5, then you are lucky. You can change, not on this device, but on this device where you have the roll, you have these little noopsies that you can pull closer together and support other types of papers, smaller papers as well as adhesive papers and so on. What you have to keep in mind is this two print face up, these two print face down, and this two. So that's it. That's it with my hand hold today. I hope it was not too shaky. If you want me to re-record this with a tripod, please let me know. Also, please let me know if you have probably any Inkless printer already, and if so, what kind of app is it using and what model do you have, which brand do you have. Please share with me and share with me your experience in general with printers. Other than this, check out my channel, like and subscribe, and I see you next time. Stay safe and bye bye.